In the Santa Cruz Mountains, as Bill was just mentioning, residents are worrying this atmospheric river will bring flooding and mudslides. Some people are now stocking up on necessities while others are moving out of flood zones. KTVU South Bay reporter LaMonica Peters live in Felton with more on the preparations underway there tonight. LaMonica.
People here tell me that they're still trying to recover from the flooding back in January. I want you to take a look at what's behind me. There are still huge piles of dirt and mud left over from January, and people say they're just trying to do everything they can to move things to higher ground.
For me, that's like, this could be worse than any of the other floods that we had, in January.
Felton Grove resident Daniel Alexander says he still needs to remove mud from his property from the January floods. With 6 to 8 inches of rainfall expected in Santa Cruz County this weekend, flood-weary residents like Alexander are taking precautions.
We are fortunate our living space is on the second floor, and we have, an extra bedroom that we're going to be loading a lot of stuff in. I also have a trailer that I'm about to just start loading things up.
Alexander says he bought his home in Felton Grove 2 years ago and was well aware of potential flooding, but didn't think he'd have to deal with so much flooding this soon.
To hear that we got another atmospheric river, which have now become my 2 favorite words, oh man, it's pretty brutal.
It got at least this high in here.
Liz Taylor-Selling has lived in the area for over 30 years and also works with disaster preparedness groups like the Felton Grove Road Association. She says based on the weather forecast, they're expecting floodwater to affect the entire neighborhood.
So if the river peaks at 20.5 or 21 feet, that means that we're going to have 4.5 feet of water over the banks. So that means the neighborhood will flood again. That doesn't mean that it will necessarily flood to 5 feet, but it will flood high enough to have a significant impact here.
Now, Alexander told me that he and his neighbors want to remove the mud and they'd like to use CSA funds or County Service Areas funds to do it. But the county says people are going to have to pay to remove this mud themselves, but there is still 1 week left to apply to be reimbursed by FEMA. LaMonica Peters, KTVU, Fox 2 News.